We'd like to welcome everybody back as we get ready for the varsity contest. You see some team comparison up there on the screen. Yellow Jackets coming into the ball game at 8-1, 6-0 in the GWalk North, which will show you those standings here in just a moment. Xenia comes in at 5-4 and 3-2 in the GWalk American South. We'll also show you those in just a moment. In terms of scoring, Xenia, known as a very high-powered offense, is averaging 69.1 points per ball game. The Yellow Jackets lately have been scoring quite a bit as well, and they've upped their average to 66.7. Rebounding margins about the same. Turnovers, nothing crazy there. Big ones are down there at the bottom that may come into play here this evening, and that is the fact that Xenia shooting 39.3% as a team from three-point range, which is pretty amazing for a high school squad. Yellow Jackets 10% less than that at 29.2. And also from the free throw line, the Yellow Jackets have struggled a little bit at times, shooting 58.7% as a team to Xenia's 67%. Regardless, we should have a great contest this evening. Take a look at the standings in the American North. Of course, the Yellow Jackets, having played Wayne and West Carrollton and now Xenia, haven't had a North game in a little bit, but they stand atop the standings with their victory over Butler. Butler's lone loss. The Yellow Jackets 6-0 in the North, Butler 5-1. And then Troy, Tip, Piqua, and Greenville rounding out the pack in the GWalk American North. In the South, Xenia sitting right in the middle there at 3-3 in the conference. Trotwood in first place in the South at 6-1 and 4-0 in the GWalk American South. So far in the season, Xenia, they started their season with a win at Stebbins and then lost to Walton Verona before winning at Beaver Creek and against Lebanon, losing to Trotwood, winning against West Carrollton in a high-scoring contest, 100-90. How about that, Sparksy?
That's a pretty high score.
Then lost to Fairborn, lost to Miamisburg, and most recently beat Tip in a convincing 22-point victory. The Yellow Jackets started off their season with a win against Tippecanoe, 75-49. Sorry. And after that, lost to Mason, their lone loss on the season, by 19, 63-44. But they come in on a 7-game winning streak as they beat Bellefontaine, Troy, Piqua, Butler, Greenville. Of course, the big overtime win against Wayne. And then most recently, struggled in the first half but pulled away in the fourth quarter against West Carrollton for a 17-point victory. And once again, the Jackets are 8-1 on the season. Looking at some individual stats, especially for the starters, starting the game for Xenia, number 4, Dylan Hoosier, a 5'9" sophomore guard, comes in averaging 10.3 points per ball game and 3.2 rebounds to go along with 2.9 assists. Number 23, Isaiah Hoyt, a 6'2" sophomore forward, averaging 4.6 points per ball game and 2 rebounds a game. Number 31, Noah Crawford, a 6'6" senior forward, is averaging 6.3 points per game and 6 rebounds a game. Number 32, Jonzel Gray, a 6'5" senior center, averaging 4.3 points per ball game and 3.2 rebounds. And, of course, the Cincinnati-bound Samari Curtis, the 6'4" senior guard, comes in with a GWalk leading average 30 points per ball game to go along with 6.9 rebounds and 4.6 assists per ball game. For Sidney, they will start their normal 5. Ratez Roberts, number 2, the 6'3" senior forward, averaging 11.2 points and 9 rebounds per contest, and a GWalk leading 5.1 blocks per contest. Darren Taborn has upped his average to 6.9, nearly 7 points a game, 4.3 rebounds, and 1.5 assists per contest. Keith Lee, the 6'1" senior guard, is averaging 33.4 points per contest and 2.8 rebounds. Josiah Hudgens, number 23, is averaging 7.8 points per game and 3 rebounds. And then Andre Gordon, the 6'2", Virginia Tech-bound senior guard, averaging 22.6 points a game and 6.2 rebounds to go with a GWalk leading 5.6 assists per contest. Well, Sparksy, we're getting ready here. We're about 4.5 minutes away from the tip. What are your thoughts and what are some keys that you see in this contest?
Well, I'm looking for some high-powered offense, but obviously both teams are going to have to stop, obviously, the high-powered offense if they want to think. And the Jackets need to limit some turnovers, and should be a good game.
Xenia has a little more size, but both teams have what look like to be some tremendous athletes, so it should be an exciting contest. Two teams with a winning record, a game that Xenia won last year, actually, in the Jackets opener down at Xenia, where Samari Curtis outdueled, I should say, Andre Gordon in the Yellow Jackets. It was a fantastic contest that the Yellow Jackets fell just short on after a little bit of a rocky start. So we'll see if the Jackets can start a little better. That has been a little bit of an issue for Coach Willoughby's club this year. But when they start well, they seem to play pretty well, and we'll see if the Jackets can improve their record to 9-1. We're about 3 minutes from the Star-Spangled Banner and the announcing of the starting lineups. We'll step away for 3 minutes. We'll come back so you can hear the pep band play the Star-Spangled Banner, and then we'll get ready for tonight's contest between Xenia and Sidney. Once again, you're listening and watching SHS TV Productions. I'm Greg Snyder, the TV Productions teacher, along with Caleb Sparks, my junior color commentator, and Jacob Everingham, also a junior, my cameraman. We are excited to bring you the contest. Like I said, we'll be back in just a few moments to set the table. Sit down, Sparks. Remember how to do this? Just click on the eye, whoever, machine, free throws. If you can get him during starting lineups, that'd be great too. If not, it's too fast, don't worry about it. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, thanks for joining us. As Mr. Bickle gets ready to announce the starting lineups.
For the visiting Xenia Buccaneers, a 5'9" sophomore, number 4, Dylan Hoosier.
Number 4, Dylan Hoosier, 5'9" sophomore, averaging 10 points and 3.2 rebounds per contest. Star Samari Curtis going to Cincinnati, the 6'4" senior guard, averaging 30 points a game. Isaiah Hoyt, another sophomore to go along with Hoosier, the 6'2" sophomore, averaging 4.5 points a game. The two big guys, number 31, Noah Crawford, the 6'6" senior forward, averaging 6 points and 6 rebounds a game. And 6'5" senior center, Jonzel Gray, averaging 4 points and just over 3 rebounds a game. Xenia comes in at 5-4 overall, coached by Kent Anderson. I don't know exactly how many years he's been at Xenia, but I know it's been at least a few. Now the Yellow Jackets, under Coach Willoughby, come in at 8-1, looking for another solid out-of-conference win.
A 6'1" junior, number 5, Darren Taborn.
The only junior in the starting lineup, the only non-senior, number 5, Darren Taborn, 6'1" junior guard, averaging about 7 points a game.
Senior, number 11, Keith Lee.
Keith Lee, of course, hit the big 3 ball to send the game into overtime against Wayne. He comes in averaging just over 3 points a contest.
Number 23, Josiah Hudgens.
Josiah Hudgens, the 3rd leading scorer for the Jackets, averaging 7.8 points a game. The G-Walk leader in blocks, Ratez Roberts, 6'3" senior forward, averaging 5 blocks a game and nearly a double-double. And the Virginia Tech-bound Andre Gordon, 6'2" senior guard, averaging 22.6 points a contest, 6 rebounds, and a G-Walk leading 5.6 assists. Pretty good crowd here, Sparksy, for a Tuesday night.
Yep.
What are your keys to the ball game for the Jackets?
Just keep up the high-powered offense and some good, just like the JV game, stay on the inside, get some good pressure in there. Should be a good one.
Ratez Roberts going to jump center for the Jackets. Noah Crawford, the 6'6" senior forward, going to jump center for Xenia. Comes the tip, and we're underway. Ball's going to be controlled by Sidney in the backcourt. Andre Gordon has the ball on the right side, guarded by Samari Curtis. Ball swung around to Ratez Roberts in the lane. Now we're going to get a pass to Andre Gordon up top. Xenia looks to be in a man-to-man defense, but it's a ball screen from Keith Lee. Gordon back to Keith Lee. 3 ball from the left point. Good.
Nice.
Keith Lee starts off the ball game on a good note for the Jackets. He hits a 3 ball. Jackets lead 3-0. Smart Curtis gets a high ball screen. Now we'll fire a 3 ball from the high on the right. That's no good. Rebound down to Crawford. His layup is up and in.
Nice offensive rebound.
Offensive rebound and putback by Noah Crawford. Gets Xenia on the board. Jackets lead by 1. 3-2 here in the early going. Andre Gordon's pass is corralled by Darren Taborn. Taborn will pass on the left side to Josiah Hudgens. Back to Keith Lee. Thinks about another 3 ball. Instead, he'll hand it off to Andre Gordon. Gordon gets a ball screen from Keith Lee. We'll give it to Darren Taborn, high on the right. Taborn driving in the lane, kicks out Ratez Roberts. Thinks about a 3 ball from the top of the key. He'll give it to Josiah Hudgens. He takes the 3 ball from high on the right. No good off the back of the iron. Rebound down to Dylan Hoosier, the sophomore from Xenia. Hoosier will take it across half court. He'll give it to Curtis between the circles. Curtis guarded by Josiah Hudgens. Gives the ball on the left side to Hoosier. His 3 ball is going to be blocked by Taborn. Ends up in the hands of Keith Lee. Here comes Lee. Gives it to Josiah Hudgens. Hudgens to the hole against Curtis. Lays it up and in.
Nice ball fake.
Josiah Hudgens with his first bucket. Jackets lead by 3, 5-2. Samari Curtis will run the point guard this possession for Xenia. Curtis gets a high ball screen from Jonzel Gray. He's guarded by Ratez Roberts on the switch. Curtis drives down the left side of the lane, glides in, and lays it up and in.
Great move.
Samari Curtis with his first bucket. The lead is 1 for Sidney. Ratez Roberts sets a high ball screen for Andre Gordon. He pulls from 3 at the top of the key, no good. Rebound on the backside, fought for by Roberts, but ends up in the hands of Xenia and Dylan Hoosier, the 5'9" sophomore guard. Bring the ball across half court. He pushes it up on the right side to Crawford. Ball stolen by Ratez Roberts. Roberts will put the reins on, give it to Josiah Hudgens. Xenia turns it over. The Jackets lead by 1 and have the ball. Josiah Hudgens guarded by Hoosier between the circles. Gives it on the right side to Darren Taborn. Taborn gets a ball screen from Keith Lee. Ball is stripped from Taborn and ends up in the hands of Rotez Roberts. He'll give it to Andre Gordon, who calls out the offense for the Jackets. Andre Gordon gives it to Keith Lee on the right side. Ball goes inside to Rotez Roberts. He kicks it back out to Josiah Hudgens, fires a three ball and hits it.
Great ball movement.
Great pass by Rotez Roberts. Hudgens steps in, hits a three ball, and it's 8-4 in favor of the Jackets. Samari Curtis, step back, 15-footer, good.
Oh, he is just amazing.
4 points for Curtis. 3 minutes into the contest. Jackets lead by 2, 8-6. Gordon passes on the right side to Darren Taborn. Taborn, guarded by Isaiah Hoyt, will give it between the circles to Keith Lee. Ball goes inside to Rotez Roberts, back to Gordon, drives baseline. His pass is going to be nearly stolen, but tipped into the backcourt where Josiah Hudgens will recover it. And he'll bring it across half court and reset the offense for the Jackets. Hudgens gives it to Keith Lee, high on the right. Kicks it into the right corner, three ball by Darren Taborn, good.
Nice.
Three three balls by the Jackets here in the early going. One by Lee, one by Hudgens, one by Taborn. And the Jackets lead 11-6 without either one of their leading scorers scoring. Ball goes on the right side to Samari Curtis, guarded by Josiah Hudgens. Curtis drives into the lane, lays it up, no good. Gets his own rebound, puts it back up and in.
Nice offensive rebound.
Samari Curtis making things look easy on the offensive end. There's a driving layup by Darren Taborn up and in. 5 straight points by Darren Taborn, and the Jackets lead by 5. Curtis has the ball. He pulls from deep on the left side. That shot's going to be no good. Go out of bounds and over to the Jackets. Samari Curtis, as you noticed, a G-Walk leading on 102 free throw attempts, and you can see why. Really good at attacking the bucket. Nearly got a call in the last possession. Jackets did a nice job not to foul him. Andre Gordon gives it to Darren Taborn. Taborn with a nice pull-up jumper that's good, but not before he traveled. Substitution number 3, Zach Gaither will check in, the 6'4 sophomore, and he'll replace number 23, Isaiah Hoyt, who sits down. 13-8, halfway through the first quarter, and what promises to be a highly skilled offensive game, at least from the looks of it. Dylan Hoosier running the point for Xenia, guarded by Darren Taborn. He will pass it out to Samari Curtis, guarded by Andre Gordon. High on the left. Curtis will drive down the right side, step through in the lane. Ball is stripped. He recovers the ball, and the ball is going to be tipped into the hands of Josiah Hudgens. Hudgens with a nice bounce pass to Darren Taborn. Rolls around and in. Taborn with 7 early points. There's a near steal by Gordon in the backcourt. Samari Curtis pushing the ball for Xenia. He'll drive down the lane, lay it up and in, and he's fouled. We're going to have a little bit of a conference here. While I thought it was a bit late, it's hard for me to believe that another official, they're going to say no basket. Usually the guy who calls the foul gets that choice.
Yeah. Didn't look like he was really just throw it up there. Didn't really look like he was actually taking a shot.
Now wait a second. Maybe they're saying the shot didn't go in. Did it go in, Sparksy? I thought it went in.
It did go in, but it just looked like he kind of just walked in and threw it up there. It looks like.
I'm kind of wondering why they're giving him 2 free throws then. We don't know what's going on, but regardless, Samari Curtis will go to the line for free throws 103 and 104 on the year. His free throw is no good off the side of the rim. Jackets lead by 7. Darren Taborn with 7 early points, Keith Lee with 3, and Josiah Hudgens with 5 for the Jackets. Curtis' second free throw is good. He has 7 of the Xenia Buccaneer 9 points, and it's a 6-point lead for the Jackets. Andre Gordon with the ball between the circles, gets a ball screen from Rotez Roberts. Gordon swings the ball to Josiah Hudgens, pulls up from 3 from the top of the key, no good, hard off the backboard. Rebound into the hands of Dylan Hoosier for Xenia. Here comes Hoosier pushing the ball up the floor. He'll try to get around Darren Taborn. There's a steal from the weak side by Rotez Roberts. Roberts going to drive. Fake the pass to Andre Gordon.
That was nice.
Lay it up and in. Nice move by Rotez Roberts. His first bucket. Jackets lead by 8, 17-9. I think Samari Curtis was trying to prevent Gordon from dunking it there. What do you think?
Yes, that's
good decision by Rotez. Step back 3 ball. High on the right by Curtis is no good. Rebound into the hands of Hoosier, who lays it up. No good. Foul's going to be on Darren Taborn for the Jackets. That's going to be Darren's second foul. That's a tough foul for the Jackets. A good call, but That puts down Taborn, who had 7 early points and really lit a spark for the Jackets here in the early going. Dylan Hoosier going to the line here. He's a 67% free throw shooter. First free throw is up and good. Substitution, Trey Wernz is going to check in for Taborn with 2 fouls. And for Xenia, number 50, Gavin Gerhardt, is going to check in for number 32, John Zell Gray. Looks like we have a question at the score table. Maybe somebody wasn't in the book, you think, Sparks?
I don't know.
I'm just hypothesizing here.
Bunch of confusion tonight.
Do you know what that word means?
Yes.
Okay, good. We're teaching you well here at Sidney. Tomorrow, speaking of that, we will be carrying at 12 o'clock noon. If you can't make one of our 2 meetings on the redistribution in the district, you can join us live at 12 o'clock tomorrow on our YouTube channel, or you can watch it later if you're unable to make one of those meetings. Once again, those are at 12 o'clock and at 7 o'clock tomorrow in the high school auditorium. Looks like indeed we probably have a scorebook violation by Xenia. We're going to shoot this 1 free throw with Dylan Hoosier, and then we'll probably go to the other end. Or maybe it was on the Jackets. I guess I'm thinking it was on Xenia because I saw Coach Anderson come to the score table. Hoosier's second free throw is no good off the back of the iron. He goes 1 of 2. And now indeed we will go down to the other end, as there is a technical foul on the Xenia bench. A procedural technical for a scorebook violation. Andre Gordon gets his first free throw and first point of the ball game. Gordon's second shot is also good. Andre is 66% free throw shooter on the year.
There it is, incorrect jersey number.
19-10, Jackets lead. 2:35 to go in the first quarter. Gordon hands off to Josiah Hudgens as Xenia. Looks like they're in a 2-3 zone. There's a 3 ball by Trey Wernz from the left side, no good. Rebound on the backside. Comes down to number 31, Noah Crawford for Xenia. Samari Curtis has the ball and 7 points as he drives on Josiah Hudgens all the way to the cup and lays it up and in. Curtis with 9 points to lead all scorers. Andre Gordon with a nice cross-court pass to Keith Lee. He drives in and he's going to be tied up, but we have a foul first. We're going to get 2 free throws for Keith Lee. Foul's going to be on number 50, Gavin Gerhardt. His first, Xenia's second. Keith Lee will go to the line. Keith is a 69% free throw shooter on the year, 9 of 13. Lee's first free throw is good. He now has 4 points. Nice to see Keith Lee, Josiah Hudgens, Darren Taborn starting off supporting Andre and Ratez, and a lot of scoring here in the early going. Keith Lee's second free throw is no good. Rebound comes down to Samari Curtis. He will be picked up by Andre Gordon in the backcourt. We approach 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Xenia trailing 20-12, but has the ball. Crawford has the ball. Driving on Trey Wernz, and we're going to get a hand check on Wernz. That foul's going to be on Trey, his first. Sidney's third of the first quarter. Xenia will inbound underneath their own basket. Curtis will inbound for Xenia. Cross screens in the lane for Xenia. Pass is going to go out top to Zach Gaither, the 6'4 sophomore. He'll pass on the right side to Curtis. Curtis is checked by Andre Gordon, getting some help from Keith Lee. Turn around. Nice pass to the elbow area. There's a 15-footer by Gavin Gerhardt that's up and in.
Nice
good pass by Curtis. Good shot by Gerhardt. Xenia cuts the lead to 6, and they fall back into a 2-3 zone. Gordon passes on the left wing. Keith Lee fires a 3 ball. No good long. Rebound on the backside to Noah Crawford. Crawford pushing the ball quickly for Xenia. Right at Hudgens, but the ball's going to be wedged between the basket and the backboard. It'll be a jump ball. The ball's going to stay with Xenia. They'll inbound underneath their own basket with 1.5 to go in the first quarter. Samari Curtis once again doing the inbounding for Xenia. This time we have some back screens. There's a pass into Crawford, 15-footers, no good. Rebound down to Ratez Roberts. He'll hand off to Andre Gordon. Pushes up the right side to Josiah Hudgens. Back to Gordon. They give it to Hudgens. Xenia in their 2-3 zone. Just slowed down the Jackets a little bit on these last couple of possessions. Ball swung to Trey Wernz on the left side. Inside the high post area. Andre Gordon fires a 15-footer, no good off the front of the iron. Rebound comes down to Noah Crawford. Samari Curtis pushes the ball to Gaither, who drives to the hole, and he's going to be fouled and get 2 free throws. Zach Gaither with a nice move to the bucket. He's fouled by Keith Lee. That'll be Keith's first foul, Sidney's 4th. That'll send Zach Gaither to the line, the 6'4 sophomore center, a 50% free throw shooter on the year, 12 of 24. First free throw is good. Lathan Jones checking in to see his first action. See where replace Keith Lee. Xenia will also make a substitution. Number 2, Jake Bradley, comes in averaging 4.2 points a game. He'll replace Noah Crawford. (20-15). Yellow Jackets lead by 5. Second free throw by Gaither is no good. Rebound comes down to Andre Gordon. He'll walk it up for the Jackets. Once again facing this 2-3 zone, which the Jackets have not scored against yet. Cross-court pass is going to be intercepted by number 4, Dylan Hoosier. His save attempt ends up in the hands of Andre Gordon, and Gordon is going to walk it across half court to reset the offense. Andre Gordon passes high on the left to Ratez Roberts. Roberts goes into the high post area to Lathan Jones. Ball goes in the corner, Josiah Hudgens, back to Gordon, shot fake. Going to kick it back out to Josiah Hudgens in the corner as we approach 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Trey Wernz with the ball. Nice cross-court pass to Andre Gordon, fires an 18-footer from the baseline and hits it.
Nice pass.
Andre Gordon with his first field goal to go along with 2 free throws. He has 4 points. There's a 3-ball by Samari Curtis. It's no good. Air ball. Rebound on the backside to Bradley for Xenia. Bradley passes up top to Gaither, hands it off to Curtis, and he'll hold for the last shot. Curtis guarded by Josiah Hudgens. Very good defender for the Jackets. But a very skilled offensive player, Samari Curtis. Curtis pulls up from 18 feet. No good, in and out, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. After one, the Yellow Jackets lead 22-15. We're going to pause for just a moment. We'll be back to recap the scoring in just a moment.
We have the winning 50-50 ticket number.
Well, Sparksy, we saw a wrong jersey number in the scorebook, a lot of offense, and a really neat first quarter.
Yes, we did.
Scoring in that first quarter, leading all scorers for Xenia. Samari Curtis, averaging 30 points a game coming in. He had 9 in the first quarter. Also got 1 point each from Zach Gaither and Dylan Hoosier, and 2 points from Noah Crawford and Gavin Gerhardt. For the Jackets, they were led in scoring by Darren Taborn, who also picked up 2 fouls. He had 7 points. Josiah Hudgens had 5. Andre Gordon had a pair of free throws and a bucket for 4 points. Keith Lee had a 3-ball and a free throw for 4 points. And Ratez Roberts had a bucket for 2 points. Jace Conrad checking in for his first action for the Jackets. He joins Lathan Jones, Trey Wernz, Andre Gordon, Ratez Roberts, and I think that's all. Andre Gordon fires a 3-ball from the right side. Good.
There we go.
Andre Gordon freezes the defense with a pass fake, rises and hits a 3-ball. He has 7. The Jackets lead by 10. Curtis is stripped by Trey Wernz. He passes it to Jace Conrad. Conrad driving down the right side, layup good. Timeout Xenia. Jackets come out in a flurry here in the second quarter, scoring 5 quick points in 32 seconds. They lead 27-15. We'll be back in just a moment. Well, Caleb, that's a good start to a quarter.
Oh, fantastic start. Great defense, too.
Last couple games, Andre Gordon's 3-ball shot has seemed really starting to find it as he was down in the low 20s for much of the season, and he's raised that all the way up above 30%. That was a smooth 3-ball, and then a nice steal by Trey Wernz on the drive by Curtis, and a good finish by Jace Conrad fresh off the bench, and the Jackets have the first 5 points here in the second quarter. Jonzel Gray has the ball guarded by Lathan Jones on the right point. He passes in the corner. There's a 3-ball by Bacara, just checking into the ball game. Blocked, I believe, tipped by Ratez Roberts.
I think it was blocked.
And he hands it off to Andre Gordon. Bring it across half court. Xenia standing in their 2-3 defense. Ratez Roberts has it high on the left. He'll give it to Andre Gordon. Coach Willoughby calls out the play for the Jackets. Andre Gordon will hand it off to Jace Conrad. He'll give it to Trey Wernz. Wernz hits a cutting Andre Gordon in the high post area. Gordon, swarmed upon by 2 Xenia defenders, will back it back out and give it to Ratez Roberts on the left side. Goes into Lathan Jones. Nice pocket pass to Trey Wernz, who finishes strong in the lane.
Nice pass and great finish.
Not Trey Wertz's forte, finishing in the paint, but he did a nice job there, absorbing some contact, putting it up and in. Wernz with his first bucket. Nice steal on the backside, or tip, I should say, by Ratez Roberts. Ball ends up in the hands of Hoosier. His layup is no good, but he's going to be fouled. Dylan Hoosier will go to the line. The foul is going to be on Lathan Jones, his first, Sidney's 5th. That's something to watch. The Yellow Jackets with 5 team fouls here with several minutes left here in the second quarter. Dylan Hoosier will head back to the line where he was 1 of 2 on his first trip. The 67% free throw shooter stays true to his percentage as he's 2 for 3. Looking for the second and his 3rd point overall. No good, in and out. We're going to get a foul on the rebound. The foul is going to be on number 32, Jonzel Gray, I believe, and it is. That'll be Jonzel's first foul, Xenia's 3rd. Here come the Jackets to face this 2-3 zone. We're going to get a trap right at across half court that Andre Gordon beats with a pass. Cross-court pass is going to be intercepted by Samari Curtis. Curtis driving to the lane, up and in. Nice move by Samari Curtis. Curtis with 11 points in double figures, the first player in double figures. And they cut the lead to 11, does Xenia. Andre Gordon working on Bradley. His pass inside, sails wide of its mark for Lathan Jones. Drills a cameraman.
Yeah, absolutely drills him.
And Xenia will have the ball. Substitution for Xenia, number 23, Isaiah Hoyt, checking back in the ball game. He replaces number 2, Jake Bradley. For the Jackets, number 23, Josiah Hudgens, will replace Lathan Jones. Xenia with the ball, facing an 11-point deficit. As Dylan Hoosier brings the ball across half court, he has it between the circles, gives it to Samari Curtis on the right side, fires the 3-ball, got it.
Nice shot.
Curtis finally connects on the 3-ball. Don't want him to get it going from out there too, as he now has 14 points in the early going. And the lead is back to 8. There's going to be a steal by Curtis. And before he can get to the hole, he's going to be fouled by Jace Conrad. And we're going to get a foul on the floor. Foul on Conrad. Good, smart foul by Jace.
Very smart foul.
As he saved 2 points, and that is a common foul, so Xenia will have to inbound on the side. Boy, no lead is safe, is it? The Jackets just up by 11. Samari Curtis with a 3-ball and then a near steal and layup.
Yeah, he's a fantastic player.
Instant offense. 3-ball on the right side by Bacara is no good. Rebound, battled for, ends up in the hands of Jace Conrad. Conrad providing some nice minutes for the Jackets here in the early going. Andre Gordon has it. He'll fire a 3-ball from the left point. Good.
Oh, there we go.
Andre Gordon in double figures already with 10 as well. Don't believe he's missed a shot, has he?
I don't think so.
Well, might be missing something, but Andre Gordon off to a really nice start for the Jackets. Samari Curtis gets a ball screen from Gray. He passes into the right corner to Bacara. Cross-court pass, 3 attempt by Hoosier is good.
Nice passing by Xenia.
Dylan Hoosier with 5 points. And the lead is back to 8, 32-24. Andre Gordon crosses half court facing the 2-3 zone. Hoosier and Curtis on the point. There's a 15-footer fadeaway by Andre Gordon. No good. Rebound into the hands of Davion Bacara. Here comes Samari Curtis down the lane. He fires a running 10-footer. It doesn't go, and he's going to get to go to the line. Foul's going to be on number 30, Trey Wernz. His second. Sidney's 7th, so Xenia will be in the bonus from here on out. And Samari Curtis heads back to the line again, where he's 1 of 2 on the ball game. Leads all scorers right now with 14 points. Free throw is good by Curtis. He now has 15. Keith Lee checks in for Wernz with 2 fouls. The 31, Noah Crawford, the 6'6 senior forward, will check back in for Xenia as he replaces Davion Bakara. Samari Curtis, 78% free throw shooter, has now shot 105 of them on the year, make that 106. He has 16 points. And the lead is only 6 for the Jackets. Andre Gordon crosses half court. Guarded out top in the 2-3 zone defense by Dylan Hoosier. He passes on the right side to Keith Lee. Lee trying to get the ball to Hudgens. It's going to be stolen by Hoosier. His layup is no good, but a hard foul by Keith Lee. That's going to be Keith's second foul. That zone defense is giving the Jackets a little bit of trouble as Xenia's really extending that top. Look for maybe Andre to start trying to get in the middle of that zone with the dribble. See if we can cause a little bit of trouble. But right now, Xenia really controlling things with that extended 2-3 zone defense. Dylan Hoosier back to the line. He's 2 for 4 on 2 trips. 67% free throw shooter, makes this one. He now has 6 points. Lathan Jones will check in for Keith Lee as Keith Lee and Trey Wernz each have 2 fouls for the Jackets. They're in some early foul trouble. Something you usually don't see from the Jackets.
Yeah, it's something you don't really see.
Usually they're creating more fouls than they are making, but that is not true tonight. We're going to get a timeout by Coach Willoughby. We'll see if it's a 30 or a full. 32-28. Xenia's cut the lead to 4. Darren Taborn's going to check back in for the Jackets. We have a full timeout. We'll be back in a minute. Varsity Jackets jumped out to an 11-point lead here in the second quarter, but Xenia's got it back down to 4. How have they done it?
Well, the great play by Samari Curtis is all over the court, but the whole entire team of Xenia has been pretty good on the defense and getting some open shots, and they're coming back.
Andre Gordon. Bring the ball across half court. He has it between the circles. Starts the offense, passing the ball on the right side to Josiah Hudgens. Hudgens will fire a 3-ball from the right side. Good.
There we go. Great way to start off.
Josiah Hudgens with his second 3-ball, 8 points overall. Big shot there. You get the Yellow Jackets maybe a little bit of momentum back. Curtis from the volleyball line. No good off the left side. Rebound into the hands of Gray. It's going to be tipped out of bounds by Andre Gordon, and it'll stay with Xenia. That shot by Josiah surprised me. I didn't think he'd take it, and then
I didn't either.
He's really glad it went in. Jackets lead by 7, 35-28, 3:40 to go in the first half. Cross screens by Xenia. There's a 3-ball by Crawford from the left side, no good. Rebound, skied for a one-handed rebound by Andre Gordon. Here comes Gordon quickly across half court. He gives it to Hudgens, fires another 3-ball from the right side, no good off the front of the iron. Ratez Roberts tracks down the rebound. He'll be tied up by Samari Curtis. The ball will go over to Xenia. Good hustle by Roberts and Curtis.
Very nice hustle.
Samari Curtis inbounds deep on the side in the corner to Dylan Hoosier, the 5'9" sophomore point guard, will bring the ball across half court. Hoosier with 7 points for Xenia. He gives it to Crawford, back to Hoosier, fires a 3-ball from the right wing, no good, off the back of the iron. Another rebound skied for the Jackets, this time by Ratez Roberts. Here comes Andre Gordon, thinks about a pull-up 3, elects instead to pass it to Josiah Hudgens high on the right. Hudgens gives it to Andre Gordon. Gordon with 4 eyes on him as Curtis and Hoosier guard him at the top of the 2-3 zone defense. Ratez Roberts gives it to Darren Taborn, gives it into the corner. Andre Gordon fires a 3-ball, got it.
There we go, nice pass.
Good movement by the Jackets. Another 3-ball for Andre Gordon, 3 of 3 here in the second quarter from beyond the arc. He has 13 points to join Samari Curtis in double figures, who has 16 for Xenia. Curtis will drive on Josiah Hudgens, left-handed layup up and in.
Great move.
Big time move by Samari Curtis. He has 18. And he answers Gordon's three with a bucket of his own. Andre Gordon will pass on the left side to Josiah Hudgens. He gives it into the corner to Gordon. Fires another three ball from the left corner. Got it again. Andre Gordon with 16. We're playing a little bit of back and forth here with he and Curtis. Samari Curtis pull up from 15 feet. Got it.
Nice play, too.
I'm not an advocate for this, but maybe we could clear the floor for just a minute and let those two go one-on-one. What do you think? Just a minute. I mean, I'm all about team basketball, but this is fun. Andre Gordon from the volleyball line. No good. Kind of a heat check there. Rebound down to Noah Crawford. He'll give it to Samari Curtis. Curtis going to drive on Josiah Hudgens. Gets all the way to the hole. Layup is no good. There's a nice shot fake by Hoosier. His pull-up 15-footer's no good. Rebound into the hands of Lathan Jones, who nearly travels but gets the ball to Darren Taborn. Gives it to Andre Gordon.
Nice.
Strong to the hoop by Andre.
Up court.
Gordon with 18 points. And the Jackets push the lead back to 11 just like that, 43-32. Three ball by Crawford on the right side, no good. Backside rebound into the hands of Samari Curtis. He'll spin on Darren Taborn, and Taborn's going to pick up his third foul. Samari Curtis going back to the line. He is 3 for 4 on the game, a 78% free throw shooter overall. Misses the front end of 2 shots. Jace Conrad and Trey Wentz will check back in for the Jackets as they replace Josiah Hudgens and Darren Taborn. Also in for Xenia, number 3, Zach Gaither. Curtis looking for point number 21. He gets it. And it's a 10-point lead for the Jackets, 43-33. Xenia stays in that 2-3 zone. Andre Gordon looks content to make Xenia come out and guard him. We'll see if the Jackets maybe even hold it for the last shot here of the first half. Trey Wentz has it high on the right. He's going to dribble on the right wing, guarded by Curtis. He'll give it into the corner to Andre Gordon. Gordon guarded deep in the corner by Hoyt. Gordon makes a nice move to get around, and we're going to get a foul on the floor on Xenia, and Sidney will inbound underneath their own basket. A foul only the 4th on Xenia here in the early going, and it is on number 23, Isaiah Hoyt, his first. Xenia's 4th, like I said. Trey Wentz inbounding for the Jackets. Gives it to Rautez Roberts. 15-footer is tipped by Jonzel Gray and ends up in the hands of Isaiah Hoyt, I believe, and we're going to get a foul on the Jackets. Fouls on number 4, Jace Conrad, his 2nd, but the team 10th. So we will march all the way down to the other end, and Xenia will get 2 free throws. Free throws, actually, my fault, will go to Zach Gaither, the 6'4 sophomore. A 50% free throw shooter, is 1 of 2 on the game. Gaither has 1 point, looking for 2. Free throw's good. Cuts the lead to single digits, 43-34. Keith Lee will check in. He'll replace Jace Conrad. Gaither looking for point number 3. No good off the back of the iron. Rebound down to Rautez Roberts. Roberts will hand it off to Andre Gordon. He's going to walk it across half court. 1-2-2 this time from Xenia. So a little bit of a trapping defense. Maybe trying to speed Sidney up so that they don't get the last shot. We'll see what the Yellow Jackets can do. Trey Wentz is going to drive, and he's going to be fouled by Samari Curtis on a back tip attempt. That'll be Samari's first foul. Xenia's 5th, so the Yellow Jackets still inbounding on the side. Pass goes into Andre Gordon in the corner. A tough spot to get it, and the Yellow Jackets have to take a timeout. Timeout is the Yellow Jackets' 2nd. This one will be a 30-second timeout. We'll step away for about 30 seconds, and we'll be right back. Sparks in a really nice first half, especially offensively for the Jackets. 43 points, that's a lot.
That is a lot, and I'm liking it.
Got a lot of support early on, did Andre. from Keith Lee, Josiah Hudgens, and Darren Taborn, and then Andre's kind of taken over here in the second quarter. 4 3 balls and another bucket. So he has 14 points in the second quarter and 18 overall to lead the Jackets. Taborn starts the offense, pass on the right side to Keith Lee. Xenia back in a man-to-man defense. Andre Gordon gets it near the volleyball line, and he'll hold for the last shot. We're going to get a little ball screen here from Rontez Roberts. Andre Gordon is going to pull up from 15 feet. Shot is no good. Rebound by Roberts. Puts it back up and in.
Nice.
Rontez Roberts with a big offensive rebound and putback on the last possession of the first half, and the Yellow Jackets extend the lead to 45-34. Yellow Jackets outscore Xenia in the second quarter 23-19 to extend the lead to 11 at 45-34. As we go to half, Zach Gaither has 2 points for Xenia. Dylan Hoosier, the sophomore point guard, has 7. Samari Curtis leads all scores with 21 points. And the Xenia also got 2 points from Noah Crawford and 2 points from Gavin Gerhart. Yellow Jackets led in scoring by Andre Gordon. Really got it going there in the second quarter. He has 18 overall. Also scoring for the Jackets, Josiah Hudgens has a pair of 3 balls and a 2 for 8 points. Got 7 points from Darren Taborn, 4 points from Rontez Roberts, 2 from Jace Conrad, and 2 from Trey Wernz. Once again, the Yellow Jackets lead 45-34 at half. We're going to step away for 5 or 6 minutes. We'll go ahead and... Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As we get ready for the second half, the Yellow Jackets lead by 11, 45-34. Leading scorers in the ball game, Samari Curtis has 21 for Xenia. Andre Gordon leading Sidney with 18. Sparksy, your thoughts on the first half?
Pretty good offense. I mean, 45 points is pretty impressive, I have to admit. And some good defensive plays and ready for a good second half.
Looks like the Yellow Jackets are going to start off with the ball. Here to start the second half. Of course, the Yellow Jackets had a little bit of foul trouble there in that first half. Darren Taborn had 3, Jace Conrad with 2, Keith Lee with 2, and Trey Wernz with 2. See if the Yellow Jackets can avoid that a little bit. Looks like Xenia switching a little bit to a 1-2-2 or a 3-2 zone, whatever you want to call it. Rontez Roberts has the ball between the circles. Ball swung around into the right corner to Andre Gordon. Back to Josiah Hudgens. Fires a 3-ball.
There
Good.
we go. That's how we started off.
Josiah Hudgens with a 3-ball. He is in double figures with 11. His third 3 of the ball game. The Yellow Jackets extend their lead to a game-high 14 points. Crawford has the ball. Nice little flare screen for Hoosier, who fires a 3-ball from the right side. No good. Rebound is going to go to Rontez Roberts, and he's going to be fouled on that rebound by number 23, Isaiah Hoyt. The foul on Hoyt is his second.
Number 32, Gray, his first, team first.
Andre Gordon will bring the ball up the floor for Sidney. So he crosses half court, once again facing this zone defense employed by Xenia. Andre Gordon has it on the right corner. He'll fire a three ball. No good off the front of the iron. Rebound on the backside to Jonzel Gray. He gives it to Samari Curtis. Here comes Curtis all the way down with the left hand up and in.
Great move.
Curtis now with 23 points to lead all scorers. Rottez Roberts with the ball high in the middle. Gives it on the right side to Josiah Hudgens, who swings it to Darren Taborn. Taborn will give it to Andre Gordon in the left corner. Gordon will give it to Darren Taborn. There's a three ball from the right point.
That's
Got it.
what we're talking about.
Darren Taborn also in double figures now as he joins Josiah Hudgens. Both of those players have hit three balls here in the second half. And the Yellow Jackets lead by 15. Curtis with a step back 18-footer. No good. Rebound to Andre Gordon. Gordon going to dribble the ball across half court. Yellow Jackets with two threes on successive possessions. Looking for another one. Darren Taborn's three is no good off the front of the iron. Into the hands of Noah Crawford from Xenia. He'll cross half court. Give the ball to Samari Curtis. Curtis going to drive down the lane. Kick it out to Crawford in the corner. Shot fake. Pull up from 15 feet. No good. Long. Rebound into the hands of Josiah Hudgens for Sidney. Hudgens will give it to Rottez Roberts. Back to Hudgens, who's going to cross half court. Walk it up for the Jackets. Andre Gordon with the ball high on the right. He gives it to Rottez Roberts. Gordon swings the ball into the corner to Hudgens. He fires a three ball from the right corner. No good. Rebound into the hands of Dylan Hoosier, the 5'9 sophomore guard from Xenia. Hoosier quickly up the floor. Gives it to Samari Curtis high on the right. He'll get a ball screen. Split the defenders. Drive down the right side. Beautiful move by Samari Curtis as he's going to go to the line and get two free throws.
Couldn't get it to fall. A great move.
Calls on the Yellow Jackets. Number 11 team lead is third. Team first. Curtis will go to the line. Shooting two.
Samari Curtis, 23 points, 78% free throw shooter. Makes the first, now has 24. Samari's second shot is up, no good off the back of the iron. Rebound into the hands of Darren Taborn. Taborn crosses half court, gives it to Hudgens, who hands it off to Andre Gordon. Here come the Yellow Jackets. Rottez Roberts with the ball in the teeth of the defense. Nice dump off to Darren Taborn, who goes to the basket, and he's fouled and is going to get two free throws.
Nice movement. Way to get the foul.
Fouls on Xenia's number 23. Isaiah Hoyt will be his second. Xenia's second. Darren Taborn going to the line. He has 10 points, a 54% free throw shooter, and he will improve on that as he makes the first. Taborn now with 11 to join Josiah Hudgens. Second free throw is no good off the back of the iron. Rebound into the hands of Jonzel Gray. He'll give it to Dylan Hoosier, who will bring it across half court for Xenia. Hoosier has the ball between the circles, driving on Taborn, near steal by Roberts. Ball is swung over to Jonzel Gray. 12-footer is no good. Rebound to Andre Gordon. Quick pass up the floor to Josiah Hudgens. He's going to be stripped by Samari Curtis. Ball goes out of bounds off of Hudgens and over to Xenia. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Jackets with a commanding 15-point lead. But Sparksy, last time the Jackets had a lead like this, Samari Curtis scored about 7 consecutive points in about 30 seconds. So nothing is comfortable against this high-powered Xenia offense. Curtis has the ball working on Josiah Hudgens. Long three ball from the right side.
There it started.
And on cue, Samari Curtis now has 27 points, and it's a 12-point ball game. A host of substitutions waiting to come in for Xenia. Andre Gordon has the ball between the circles. Once again holding it, probably waiting on Xenia to come out. There's a turnover by the Jackets into the hands of Dylan Hoosier. Hoosier drives down the left side. His layup's no good. Rebound Rottez Roberts. Jackets pushing the ball quickly. Andre Gordon fires a three ball from the right wing. No good. Short. Rebound into the hands of Samari Curtis. It'll be tipped by Gordon to Noah Crawford. Crawford picks up his dribble in the backcourt. He'll hand it off to Samari Curtis to bring it across half court. Halfway through the third quarter, Jackets lead by 12. Curtis cross-court pass. Crawford in the corner fires a three ball. No good off the front of the iron. Rebound on the backside, tipped into the hands of Andre Gordon. Gordon gets it across half court to Keith Lee. Fires it into the corner to Josiah Hudgens. Keith Lee will reset the offense. He'll give it to Gordon. Nice pocket pass inside to Rotez Roberts.
Pass.
Lays it up.
What a shot fake.
And in. And Rotez Roberts now with 6 points, looking for 7 at the free throw line.
Foul on the Bucks, number 23.
Nice pass by Andre Gordon. Substitution by the Jackets. Trey Wernz will check in for Darren Taborn. For Xenia, Jake Bradley, Zach Gaither, and number 50, Gavin Gerhardt, will check in.
Roberts will go to the line, shooting 1.
Rotez Roberts, a 58% free throw shooter on the year, looking for point number 7. No good off the back of the iron. Rebound down to Samari Curtis. 14-point lead, 54-40 for the Jackets. Curtis has the ball in the front court. He passes on the left side to Jake Bradley. Jake Bradley pulls up from 15 feet. Shot's no good. Another rebound by Rotez Roberts. He'll hand it off to Andre Gordon, who'll walk it up for the Jackets. Andre Gordon facing a 2-3 defense from Xenia. Passes it on the right side. I'm sorry, it's man-to-man defense, actually. To Josiah Hudgens. He'll back it out in between the circles, guarded by Hoosier. Hudgens gives it to Wernz, who gives it to Roberts. Jackets working pretty high on the court. Not very close to the basket. Now they attack. Keith Lee gets in the lane. He knifes in between Gerhardt and Gaither. He's going to be fouled and get 2 free throws.
Foul on the Bucks, number 50, Gavin Gerhardt.
Foul's going to be on Gerhardt, his second. Xenia's 4th. So kind of role reversal here. The Jackets had a lot of fouls in the first half. Xenia, a lot of fouls early on here in the second half.
Yep.
Keith Lee's free throw is good. Lee has 5 points now, and he is 2 of 3 from the line tonight. The 69% free throw shooter. Looking for point number 6. And he gets it. Lead is at 16, 56-40. Dylan Hoosier with the ball. He'll initiate the offense to Samari Curtis, high on the left. Fires a 3 ball. Good.
Nice.
Boy, he can really freeze you.
Yes, he can.
He creates space with that and hits it. Curtis with 30. He has his average already with 2.5 minutes left in the third quarter. 13-point lead. Andre Gordon gets a ball screen from Rotez Roberts. He'll go back to Roberts. Roberts driving down the right side. Cut off by Gerhardt. Roberts' turnaround jump shot's no good. Rebound ends up in the hands of Gerhardt. Here comes Curtis. Curtis driving down the right side. Cut off by Josiah Hudgens. Be trapped in the corner. He'll give it out on the right side to Dylan Hoosier, who will swing it on the left side to Jake Bradley. Bradley back to Hoosier. He lobs it into Samari Curtis, working in the post area. Curtis with a nice move and a nice kick out for a 3 ball. Zach Gaither. His 3 ball's no good. Rebound down to Trey Wernz. Wernz pushing the ball for the Jackets. Gets it across half court over to Keith Lee. Keith Lee will pull the ball back out and give it to Rotez Roberts. And the Jackets will reset. Keith Lee passes on the right side to Andre Gordon. Gordon driving down the right side. Layup with the left hand. Good. Gordon with his first bucket of the second half. He has 20 to lead the Jackets. The lead's back up to 15. Gordon will run and jump, get the ball out of the hands of Samari Curtis. There's a cross-court pass to Jake Bradley. Nice move. Left-handed shot is no good. Backside rebound ends up in the hands of Dylan Hoosier. He fires a 3 ball, no good. Big rebound by Trey Wernz. Wernz will bring the ball across half court. He'll give it to Josiah Hudgens. Fires a 3 ball, no good. Rebound into the hands of Zach Gaither. He'll hand it off to Curtis. And here comes Xenia as we approach the end of the third quarter. Curtis fires a 3 ball from the volleyball line. No good off the back of the iron. Rebound to Dylan Hoosier. Shot fake in the lane. And he's going to be fouled and get 2 shots. Good patience underneath by the 5'9" sophomore guard, Dylan Hoosier. He's going to go back to the line. The foul is going to be on Sidney's Rotez Roberts. Hoosier is a 67% free throw shooter, 4 of 6, true to his percentage on the evening. Already has 7 points, make that 8 as he cans the first one. Lathan Jones seeing his first action of the second half. Checks in for Keith Lee. Also, Davion Bacara checks in for Xenia, replacing Jake Bradley. Hoosier looking for point number 9. Very impressive sophomore point guard for Xenia. Xenia in a 2-2-1, kind of 3-quarter court trap. Nice long pass from Andre Gordon. Trey Wernz fires a 3 ball, no good. Backside rebound by Josiah Hudgens.
Nice.
Rises up, puts it in. Josiah Hudgens with 13 points. That's a big bucket for the Jackets. They push the lead back to 15. Here comes Curtis driving on Lathan Jones. He will get all the way to the hole, laid up and in. Curtis with 32. But the Jackets with a 13-point lead. Gordon has the ball across half court. He's guarded by Samari Curtis. He'll get a ball screen from Rontez Roberts. Nice little freeze move by Andre Gordon. He was going up for a big jam, but he was fouled on the way. It is going to go to the line. I think that surprised all of us.
Yeah, it did.
Zach Gaither will pick up the foul for Xenia. That's his first. Andre Gordon, 2 of 2 from the line. With 20 points, the 66% free throw shooter will go to the line, looking for points 21 and 22. Gordon gets the first. Jace Conrad checking in for the Jackets. He'll replace Josiah Hudgens. Nice quarter by Josiah. A 3 early, a nice bucket late on an offensive rebound. He has 13 points. Gordon's second free throw is good as well. Andre Gordon with 22 points, applying some full court pressure of his own to keep the ball out of the hands of Samari Curtis, who has 32. Gordon face guarding Curtis. Doesn't look like a box and one, just denial of the ball. There's a shot by Hoosier that's no good into the hands of Lathan Jones, and Andre Gordon's going to walk it across half court for the last shot of the third quarter. Nice third quarter by the Jackets. They lead by 15. Gordon will get a high ball screen from Rontez Roberts. He freezes Gerhardt, crosses him over, 3 ball, no good, in and out. Rebound battle for by Rontez Roberts. It's going to go out of bounds, and that'll end the third quarter. Yellow Jackets extend their lead in the third quarter as they outscore Xenia 17-13 to extend the lead to 15 at 62-47. We'll pause for just a minute, and then we'll be right back for the fourth quarter. Well, Sparksy, 15-point lead. What do the Jackets have to do to finish this thing off?
Just keep it going with the offense, but a few defensive stops and don't let Samari get in there, and should finish this game off strong.
Of course, taking good care of the ball is going to be a premium here in the fourth quarter for the Jackets as they start with Gordon, Taborn, Conrad, Jones, and Roberts. Xenia will counter with Bakara, Curtis, Hoosier, Gerhardt, and Gaither. Samari Curtis leads all scorers with 32 points. Andre Gordon has 22 for the Jackets. He's joined by Josiah Hudgens with 13 and Darren Taborn with 11 in double figures. Dylan Hoosier has the ball, guarded by Darren Taborn, high on the right. Going to give it to Curtis. Curtis is going to be stripped by Rontez Roberts, but the ball ends up in the hands of Zach Gaither. Now Samari Curtis, guarded by Lathan Jones. Curtis driving, gets all the way to the hole. He's going to get a blocking foul on the Jackets, and Samari Curtis will head back to the free throw line. Boy, he is really good at getting to the hole.
Oh, he's absolutely amazing.
He's got that deceptive little shake, and he does a nice job of beating 2 to 3 defenders at some times. Fouls on Conrad, his third. Curtis go back to the line. Misses the first. And makes the second. Curtis not having a great free throw shooting game. He's 6 for 10, but he has been there 10 times. True to form. Nice drive by Darren Taborn, and he's going to get to shoot 2 free throws as Xenia commits a foul. Foul's going to be on number 50, Gavin Gerhardt. His third, Xenia's 6th, so the Jackets will be in the one-on-one bonus from now on. Taborn, 1 of 2 on the evening, is a 54% free throw shooter overall. He cans the first. Taborn with 12 points now. .15-point lead for the Jackets. Taborn eyes the second free throw. No good off the front of the iron. Good job by Lathan Jones to battle for the rebound without fouling, but he does tip it out of bounds and the ball will go to Xenia. Dylan Hoosier will inbound in the backcourt to Samari Curtis. He's picked up full court by Andre Gordon. Cincinnati against Virginia Tech there. They don't play each other very often, but maybe they'll play each other sometime in college.
Hopefully.
Curtis has the ball high on the right. He'll fire a long three ball. It's no good off the front of the iron. Rebound down to Ratez Roberts. Roberts with the outlet to Andre Gordon. Gordon with a left-handed pass that's tipped by Xenia, but ends up in the hands of Lathan Jones. Jace Conrad with the ball deep in the left corner. Conrad dribbles down the right side. Nice kick-out pass. Darren Taborn eyes a three ball. No good. Short, but rebound on the backside to Ratez Roberts. Roberts skies, rises, doesn't get it to go, but gets fouled. Good hustle there by the Jackets to get a couple of offensive rebounds. Nice pass by Jace Conrad. And good defense on the other end as well. Fouls on Samari Curtis, his second. Xenia's seventh. Ratez Roberts is fouled in the act of shooting. He's 0 of 1 on the evening. A 58% free throw shooter overall. Ratez has 6 points. And he'll stay right there as that shot is wide right. Substitution. Zach Gaither will sit down for Xenia. Isaiah Hoyt will check back in. Roberts looking for point number 7. Free throw's good. 1 of 3 from the line on the evening for Ratez. Jackets lead by 16, 64-48. Dylan Hoosier brings the ball across half court between the circles for Xenia. He'll pass on the right side to Samari Curtis. Curtis drives on Gordon.
Whoa.
Got bumped. No call. Here comes Andre Gordon. Oh, I thought maybe we get showtime. He had a defender right there. 24 points for Gordon as he lays it in and gets a steal on the inbounds pass and lays it up and in again. Gordon with 26 now.
Getting strong in there.
And this game's never over with the high-powered Xenia offense, but maybe we'll look back on that as a very important turning point for the Jackets toward nailing this thing home, as there's a bucket right as I say that by Dylan Hoosier, who now has 11 points, and the Yellow Jackets walk the ball across half court. 6 minutes to go in the ball game, leading by 18. Ratez Roberts gives it to Jace Conrad. Long three ball from the right side. No good off the back of the iron. 5'9" sophomore Dylan Hoosier skies high for the rebound. Beats Gordon in the backcourt. Hoosier will kick out to Curtis. Thinks about a three ball. Instead, is going to get all the way to the hole, lay it up and in.
Fantastic move.
He has 35. Gordon has 26. And the Jackets lead by 16. Jackets going to spread the floor a little bit. Milk the clock and maybe take advantage of some mismatches if they can find them. Ratez Roberts has it on the volleyball line right now, guarded by Gavin Gerhardt. Roberts is going to get around Gerhardt. He'll dish it off to Lathan Jones, who lays it up and in.
Nice. There we go.
Great drive and dish by Ratez Roberts. Lathan Jones with his first bucket of the ball game. And we're going to get a timeout by Xenia. 70-52, 5:10 to go in the ball game. There's a 30-second timeout. We'll be back in just a moment. Well, the Yellow Jackets have extended their lead in the fourth quarter as well. They led by 15 coming into the fourth quarter. They've extended that by 3. Lead by 18. It is Xenia ball. Dylan Hoosier will trigger the ball for Xenia. He looks to inbound to Curtis, who's guarded in the backcourt. Instead, we'll pass into the forecourt where it's stolen by Roberts. Good defense by the Jackets. Ratez Roberts will give it to Andre Gordon. He's guarded near the volleyball line by Samari Curtis. Now we get a run and jump from Xenia. Gordon beats the run and jump. Now we'll get around Crawford.
Oh.
Tries to hammer it home, but just a little bit short. Rebound is battled for by Lathan Jones, out of bounds. Great move by Gordon. Just couldn't quite finish.
He's going to get
Xenia
one.
has the ball. You saying he's going to get one?
Yeah, he's going to get one.
He's had one in every game so far.
Yeah.
Samari Curtis with the ball as he crosses half court. He's trapped by Josiah Hudgens. Curtis with a nice pass underneath to Kevin Johnson, but the ball stolen by Rotez Roberts. Here comes Josiah Hudgens, goes right at Curtis, lays it up and in. Hudgens with 15 points, a really nice game from Josiah. The Jackets lead by 20 again, 72-52. Curtis has the ball, he'll drive on Hudgens into the lane. We're gonna get a blocking foul, no shot. Foul is committed on the floor, and it's gonna be by Lathan Jones.
Foul on the Yellow Jackets, number 12, Lathan Jones.
Foul on Jones is his second, only Sidney's fourth. They turn around from the first half when Sidney had about 11 fouls at this point in the first half. Curtis inbounding for Xenia. He will get it into Dylan Hoosier. Hoosier's tripped, and we're going to get another foul on the Jackets. Fouls again on Lathan Jones. That's his third. Yellow Jackets fifth. Dylan Hoosier, the sophomore, really had a nice ball game so far. He's had 11 points. He's got the ball inside. The floater over Rotez Roberts. Not a block by Rotez, but he definitely affected the shot. Rebound down to Darren Taborn. Andre Gordon will bring it across half court. Gives it to Rotez Roberts. Drives and kicks it back to Gordon. Jackets will probably be pretty selective here, up by 20. Roberts gives a ball screen to Gordon. Andre Gordon gets into the paint. Ball's going to be stolen by Isaiah Hoyt, and we're going to get a foul in the backcourt. So just as I was talking about, the Jackets didn't have many fouls. They commit 3 in a matter of 40 seconds. That foul's on Gordon, his first. Sidney sixth, so still not a 1-on-1, but it will be from here on out. Dylan Hoosier will pass it in to Kevin Johnson. Johnson crosses half court. Nice little bounce pass to Hoosier, gives it to Crawford. Cross-court pass.
That's a nice ball move.
Goes to Isaiah Hoyt, who lays it up and in. His first 2 points. Good movement by Xenia. Now they're into their full-court press defense. Ball's tipped, but back in the hands of Lathan Jones, and then we're going to have a reaching foul on Xenia that saves the Jackets from a turnover. Fouls on Kevin Johnson, his first. Xenia's eighth, so Lathan Jones, a 30% free throw shooter, will go to the line. He's got a 1-and-1. Jones 3 of 10 on the year. He has 2 points on a bucket here in the fourth quarter. Jones' free throw is no good. Long rebound comes down to Samari Curtis. Snatches it and brings it across half court, guarded by Darren Taborn. Curtis gets all the way to the hole, lays it up and in.
Nice.
Samari Curtis with 37. There's a long pass to Rotez Roberts. Nice way for the Jackets to break the Xenia press before it can even get set up. Good pass by Gordon underneath to Lathan Jones. Jones lays it up and in. Nice pass by Gordon. Good hands by Lathan. Lead is 18, 74-56. Dylan Hoosier has it, guarded by Andre Gordon in the forecourt. Pass inside is intercepted. Here comes Andre Gordon.
Boom, shakalaka!
Andre Gordon with another 360. You said he'd get one.
Yep, he did. Boom,
And
shakalaka.
The lead is back to 20, 76-56. Samari Curtis, long 3 ball. He's got 40. Timeout by Xenia. 76-59, 17-point lead by the Yellow Jackets. 2:50 go to the ball game. It's a full timeout. We'll be back in just a minute.
Told you. Told you.
Scared me.
Why? Oh, when I scream? That's the day everyone was telling me to say, boom, shakalaka.
Andre Gordon with a big dunk. Samari Curtis answers with the 3 from the volleyball line. It's a 17-point game, assuming Xenia will press here. After the game, we're going to shut it down pretty quickly because we have to go over and set up in the auditorium for tomorrow's meeting. Once again, if you are from Sidney and you want to hear more about the redistricting or the reconfiguration of the elementary proposal for next year, we will carry that live, and then it'll be on our YouTube channel after that if you can't make one of the meetings and are interested in that material. That's tomorrow at noon, and then there's another meeting at 7 p.m. 2:50 to go in the ball game. Keith Lee checks back in for the Jackets. Xenia in a little bit of a 1-2-2 trap, extended about half court. Yellow Jackets playing keep away in the backcourt. Now we'll cross half court. Andre Gordon beats the trap with a cross-court pass to Keith Lee. Josiah Hudgens has the ball in the corner. Good idea on the baseline pass, but just out of the reach of Darren Taborn and out of bounds and over to Xenia. It's one thing the Jackets don't want to do, Sparksy, is turn it over and give Xenia a chance here.
No more turnovers.
Dylan Hoosier brings the ball across half court for Xenia. His runner on the right baseline is no good. Rebound to Rotez Roberts. Roberts pushing quickly, gets it to Keith Lee. Samari with a really nice block. Might have got away with one there as it looked like it hit the backboard, but a great hustle play by Samari Curtis.
Oh!
Rotez Roberts returns the favor with a block on the other end. This one's going to go out of bounds and stay with Xenia.
Another block from Swatez Roberts.
Some athleticism on display here this evening. A lot of great basketball players, a lot of great athletes. Yellow Jackets so far, though, with a 17-point lead. Curtis, guarded by Taborn, pulls up from 15 feet, lays it off the glass and in.
Nice shot.
Boy, he's got the whole game. He's got the pull-up. He's got the ability to get to the hole, and he can shoot it from pretty much anywhere in the gym. Impressive performance by Samari Curtis.
Yes, sir.
Andre Gordon has the ball high on the right. Beats the trap with a pass to Rotez Roberts. Roberts, cross-court pass to Taborn. Taborn knifes through the lane. Misses the layup just short. Rebound comes down to Crawford. Lead is still 15, but the Jackets still in a little bit of danger zone because of this guy right here. Nice pass by Curtis. Cross-court pass goes to Kevin Johnson. His 15-footer's no good, but the rebound putback is good by Hoyt. He has 4 points, and the lead is only 13 for the Jackets. 1:27 to go in the ball game. Gordon, turnaround 15-footer, good.
Oh, nice.
Andre Gordon
That's what's up.
has 30. Here comes Samari Curtis, and he gets a dunk as he goes all the way to the hole. 44 for Curtis. Ball gets across half court. Gordon will fire a 3-ball from the right wing. No good short. Ball's tipped out of bounds. Will stay with the Jackets. 1:05 to go. Coach Willoughby not happy right now. Is going to get a timeout, a full timeout. So we'll step away for just a moment. We'll be back for the last minute and 5 seconds. Jackets lead 78-65. Thanks for joining us. Well, Sparks, been an exciting fourth quarter with the 360 dunk by Andre. Lots of points by Samari Curtis. Some great plays on both ends by a lot of players, but the Jackets probably need to get a little bit under control here and just salt this thing away and come away with the win.
Yes, they do.
Samari Curtis, 44 points. Andre Gordon with 30. They have not disappointed. Really nice support, though, from the Jackets, as Keith Lee has 6, Rotez Roberts has 7 points and has done many other things. Darren Taborn has 12, and Josiah Hudgens has chipped in 15 big points. Keith Lee looking to inbound, gets it into Rotez Roberts. Looks like the Jackets are going to make Xenia come out and guard him now. Slow it down a little bit. Roberts, spin dribble, pick it up at 15 feet, and wisely passes it back out to Josiah Hudgens. Hudgens has the ball high on the right, guarded by Crawford. Draws 2 defenders, gets it to Keith Lee in the middle, and the Jackets are playing keep away and doing so very well. Taborn gives it to Hudgens, who has it at half court. Now a cross-court pass is going to be intercepted by Isaiah Hoyt. Hoyt will drive all the way to the hole. Might have got away with steps, but lays it up and in. Nice move by Hoyt. Hoyt with 6 points here, all in the fourth quarter. There's another turnover by the Jackets. Curtis hit a step-back 3, got it. And just like that, Curtis with 47, and it's an 8-point ball game. Timeout Xenia, 23.9 to go. We'll be back in just a minute.
texting me said I stole the top half.
Well, the Jackets trying to keep from getting too sloppy here and ending this game on a bad note. Xenia, though, you got to give them credit, Sparksy.
Yeah.
They haven't given up one bit, have they?
No, they have not given up, and I just love that type of basketball from anybody.
See if the Jackets can make Xenia foul them here. Hopefully get to the free throw line. But by all means, take care of the ball. 23.9. Jackets still in a good position. Hopefully they can learn a few lessons here in a victory. That's what you always want to do. Pass goes into Andre Gordon, who fumbles it, but he's going to be fouled by Curtis deep in the corner. We'll march down to the other end. Still a 1-on-1 situation. Andre Gordon's going to go to the line, where he's a perfect 4 for 4 tonight. Trying to add to his 30-point team high total. Coming into the ball game, Andre Gordon is 65.9% free throw shooter. Misses the front end. Samari Curtis with the ball. He'll cross half court. We go under 20 seconds. Curtis, 3 ball from the right side, no good off the front of the iron. Rebound comes down to Rotez Roberts. Roberts will pass it to Darren Taborn. Crosses half court. Alley-oop to Andre Gordon, who lays it in. Gordon now with 32 points. And that'll end the ball game. Sidney gets to 80. Xenia gets to 70. In that last quarter, Sidney scores 18 points to Xenia's 32, I believe. It seems like a bit much. I don't think my math's very good. It's been a long night. But Sidney holds on for a 10-point victory, 80-70. We'll do a quick recap here, and then we'll tear down. And we hope to be here Saturday for the Waupa-Kinetic game as well. Xenia led in scoring by Samari Curtis, a big 47 points. The Cincinnati-bound senior with an impressive performance here this evening at the Hive. Also in double figures, number 4, Dylan Hoosier. Also a very impressive performance by the 5'9" sophomore point guard. Zach Gaither added 2 points, 6 points from Isaiah Hoyt, 2 points from Noah Crawford, and Gavin Gerhardt with 2 points as well. For the Jackets, they were led in scoring by Andre Gordon. Andre with 32 points. I believe that's a season high for Andre. A very impressive performance by the Virginia Tech-bound senior. Darren Taborn added 12 points. Josiah Hudgens joined in double figures with 15. Rotez Roberts had 7 points. Keith Lee had 6. Lathan Jones had 4. And Trey Wernz had a bucket for 2. Once again, the Jackets win and improve to 9-1, 80-70. Final thoughts, Sparksy?
Well, it was a pretty good game. Samari Curtis, outstanding player, but I really liked the beginning of the game where everyone contributed in the game, and that was pretty fantastic game overall.
Absolutely. The Jackets got a lot of really good things from a lot of people. I'm sure Coach Willoughby won't be extremely happy with the way that the ball game ended.
Yes.
But hopefully the Jackets learn from that and move on. It's always, like I said, better to learn in victory than it is in defeat. The Jackets improved to 9-1. They'll be back in action on Saturday when they face a very good Waupa-Kinetic Redskins squad right here at Sidney High School. Like I said, we hope to carry that game. If we do, we will be carrying the JV and varsity game. So feel free to join us if you can't make it to the gym. Of course, we always want you to get here to the gym if you can, but if you can't, by all means, join us on our YouTube channel where we'll continue to carry things. 80-70 the final. Sparksy, thanks for joining me. Thanks to Jacob Everingham on camera. I'm Greg Snyder from SHS TV Productions. Everybody have a good evening.
Night.